Hello, bakers and bakerettes. How are you guys doing? As always, I hope you're having a wonderful day because you know your girl Cassie's having an awesome day. So, guys, what have you been up to? I guess you've been busy like me. You know, this is like graduation season. Every week there's a graduation. Somebody's expecting you to show up. So yeah, it's been quite busy, but your girl is back. I have been trying to post some shorts and stay in the midst, but you know, time is something that I'm sure you know as well as I do, we never have enough of. So with that being said, if you're an OG, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, I'm Cassie, and welcome to Cassie's Kitchen Creations, where I welcome you to my favorite space, which is my kitchen, and I'm grateful that you allow me to bake, no bake, prep, DIY, cook, apothecary, your day, my way. So thanks, guys. Today I'm going to do something a little different. It is hot, H-O-T, all capital letters. So on days where it's like this, I always love ice cream. And I know a lot of my viewers are probably gluten-free, they're probably dairy-free, vegan, or just on eating healthy, which I do as well. But in the summer, there's nothing like a good old frozen scoop of ice cream. Whether it's vanilla, chocolate, Neapolitan, peach, lemon, you know, Rocky Road, caramel, chocolate chips, whatever it is your favorite. Walnuts, we have a variety to choose from. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare a vanilla ice cream. And this vanilla ice cream can be modified to make it your own. And so after this one, I will do a recipe, probably not the next one, but I will do one forthcoming. That will be a vegan. Someone had requested it, and I've been so busy. I actually did prepare it. I just didn't video it because I was just gonna send the recipe and let them try it. But I will do one that's vegan, a little bit healthier for all of those who are trying to, you know, improve your health. Right? So, as always, we're going to start with our basic ingredients, which with this recipe, we need our heavy whipping cream. Now, with this heavy whipping cream, you want to make sure that you keep it in the refrigerator and you get it really, really cold. You can't buy it from the store and then prepare it and expect it to turn out correctly, because it won't. If you want it to get that consistency where it's like not really soft and running, where it's like conformed and it's not too stiff, it's an actual scoop, then you need to make sure that your whipping cream, and that's with any ice cream, you need to make sure that your heavy whipping cream is chilled, that it's very, very cold. I use the organic whole milk, whichever milk that you would like to use, oat milk, almond milk, soy milk, you know, 2% milk, skim, whatever you're using. I'll make sure that it's cold as well. Now the milk doesn't have to be as cold as the heavy whipping cream, but I usually do mine at the same temperatures and leave them in at the same length of time, just so that they are the same temperature. And then you need a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, and of course your favorite extract. I'm doing vanilla, so I will use vanilla extract. You can also use vanilla bean, which I have some as well. You can use whatever lemon, whatever extract you would like, whatever flavor of ice cream that you would like to prepare. That should be the extract that you're going to use. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So I have my blender, and to the blender I'm going to add 2 cups of the heavy whipping cream. Now you can use your mixing stand or you can use a handheld blender. Either one should work. And you want to make sure that you whip it until it's about 3 to 5 minutes. 5 minutes is the max. And you want to make sure that you get your nice peaks. And I made sure that this was really cold because I actually put it in the freezer. I didn't let it get frozen, but I did put it in there because I wanted it to be extremely cold. Let me place you on a brief pause. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I had to turn that off. I'm not sure where that music was coming from. And I don't want to get any copyright issues. So we're gonna add the 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And now we'll pour our 2nd cup. I may have let this get just a little too. There we go. Alright, so we have our 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. And now we're just gonna turn our blender on and we're gonna mix this. And we're gonna whip it until it is, as I said, it has a stiff peaks. So we'll go ahead and I'm gonna put it on 2 because I don't want it going everywhere. And I probably should take my, okay, there we go. Alright. So you know how I feel, slow and steady wins the race. So now we're going to move on to the second half of it where we're going to mix our sweet condensed milk combination, which is vitamin D milk, our sweet condensed milk and vanilla extract in a separate bowl. And we're going to mix this until it's mixed well. And then once it's mixed, we will fold it into our whipping cream. And I'm trying to speed down, so it may take a little bit longer because I'm not rushing it. And this is a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Alright. And to this you want to add a 1/2 cup of whole milk. But again, as I said, if you're lactose intolerant, use whatever you use. And if, you know, just use whatever milk you have. The key to this is to make sure that whipping cream was very, very cold. And this doesn't require that you turn your stove on to boil this as the traditional way. This is just a quick, simple way to make some homemade vanilla ice cream. If you have friends over, or if you have some of your children, friends over, and you want to serve ice cream, it's raining, you don't feel like going out to get ice cream, and if you don't live close enough to where they'll deliver, and then hopefully it's not melted by the time it gets there, then this is a quick way to make it. So the next thing you want to do is add your vanilla extract. So to this one we need 1 teaspoon. Or whatever extract that you're going to use. You're going to need 1 teaspoon. And again, with this recipe, you just want to mix the sweet condensed milk, whole milk, and vanilla extract until everything is combined, that it's a uniform mixture, that you don't see your sweet condensed milk settling out. So this is what it looks like once everything is mixed. And it already smells like vanilla ice cream. So now that this is mixed, I'm going to allow the whipping cream, I'm just going to turn it up just a little, and I'm going to allow this to complete the process, and then I'll be ready to fold in, using a spatula, our sweetened condensed milk, whole milk, and vanilla extract. So while this is forming to give us those stiff peaks, I'm going to place you on a brief pause, and I'll bring you back into the homemade vanilla ice cream as soon as I'm ready to add my base ingredient. So hold tight. Alright, bakers and bakerettes, I had to pull out my electric, cordless, I should say, hand mixer, because this was taking too long with the stand mixer, and I didn't want my heavy whipping cream, to warm up. I wanted it to remain cold so that I can get the right consistency. So you just want to whip it until you get the stiff peaks, which is what I have done. And I'll pull it in a little closer so you can see it. All right, so now I would like to add my base ingredient, which is my sweetened condensed milk, half a cup, 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, half a cup of cold whole milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And again, if you don't want vanilla, you can add whatever extract you want. You can even add some juices if you like to get the flavor of choice. All right. So now with this, I want to just simply fold this in to my mixture, and I'm going to fold it in using a spatula. I was just making sure that everything is still mixed to the correct consistency. And so I'm just going to pour a little in. Now when you mix it with the hand mixer, you want it to be make those stiff peaks, because you want it to be light and fluffy, very airy. And when you fold in this base ingredient, you want to fold it in slow. You don't want to use a mixture. You want to use a spatula and just simply fold it in, because you want everything to remain light and airy, very fluffy. And I just fold it from bottom to top. I don't do any stirring. I just fold it from bottom to top, just making sure that everything gets mixed in well, and it keeps that consistency. And you'll be able to see the airiness in it. It's very, very light. It actually looks like ice cream, but it looks like ice cream that has been left out and it kind of, gotten a little soft, kind of like a soft serve. So I'll mix it by adding I try to do proportion, and it's about 4 times I pour until I get it all folded in nice and gently. And like I said, it kind of looks like a shake, but it's going to look like ice cream that's actually been left out, and it's kind of like melted. It's like soft serve. So I'm going to make sure that I get everything out of my mixing bowl, because this will be the last pour. You don't have to stir it, you just fold it. Just fold it in and keep folding until you don't see your base mixture settling out. It's like one uniform mixture. Again, it looks like a soft serve. Okay. Once you get everything mixed in together, I'm just scraping the bottom of it a little just to make sure that nothing is clinging. Make sure you get your sides folded in really well. Now I'll show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like once you get everything mixed. Again, it looks like a soft serve. And that is the consistency that you want. Right? So now that you have everything folded in, you want to transfer this to a freezer safe bowl. Now I pre-prep mine. I put my bowl in the freezer and let it get cold as well. I kind of treat everything the same. And then you would like to transfer it from your mixing bowl into your storage container. You can just pour it in. And again, as you can see, it looks just like ice cream. Soft serve. That you left out too long. Okay. So once you get everything mixed, now I will say, using stainless steel when you have cold ingredients, because I actually put this in the refrigerator, I didn't freeze this. When you put cold ingredients in, it remains cold, right? Just like if it's hot, because it's going to retain whatever heat or whatever temperature that's introduced. Right? So now I transferred it from the cold mixing bowl to the cold storage container. And then you just want to smooth out the top of it. Now, if you would like to add anything to it, if you want to do fruit, like fresh strawberries, blueberries, peaches, raspberries, you can do it at this point, or you can do what I do. You can wait until it is set, and then I scoop mine out as vanilla and let it get a little soft, and then I add whatever I want to add to it. Like if I want, I like chocolate chip ice cream, so if I want chocolate chip, I'll add chocolate chips to that particular serving. If I want some fresh strawberries on the next one, I will scoop out a cup, or put it in a cone, or put it in one of those little ice cream bowls, and then I'll add my fresh fruit as topping. If you would like to add nuts, you can. If you would like to do like chocolate toppings, caramel toppings, a combination of both and with nuts, you can take this and make it your own. You don't have to make one that's just one uniform. You can make it as vanilla, or you can use whole chocolate milk and make it as chocolate ice cream. You can use whatever you'd like, and then scoop it out and have a variety of ice cream, which is smart. All right. So now we have our base in our freezer safe container, and I'm going to place this in the freezer. So I guess the question is, how long should you leave it in the freezer? Great question. With this one, you need to leave it in your freezer for roughly about 6 hours until it's set. For the best results, I always say leave it overnight. And of course, you're going to get that perfection, which is what I always do. But if you're fixing it, and preparing it for little ones, and you started that morning, 6 hours later you want to serve it to them with their dessert or give it to them as a treat, it's perfectly fine. I like to do mine overnight because I actually like my ice cream to be hard, so that when I bring it out to room temperature, it doesn't get too soft, just soft enough to where I can fold in what I would like, and I can still enjoy the texture of ice cream that I like. So these are all personal preferences based on how you like your ice cream. So we are going to leave that in the freezer for overnight, and then of course tomorrow I will complete our ice cream, homemade vanilla ice cream prep, and then once it's completed, I will pull it out and I'll bring you back in, and we'll take a look at it together. And then of course we'll do the infamous taste test, where I will add my chocolate chips, and I'll let you taste it first and tell me how good it is, and then I'll taste it. So that is going to be it for today. So we're going to be put on a pause, and will be brought back in when it's time to remove it from the freezer. So get your ice cream cones, your ice cream cups, your Belgian waffles cones, get everything ready, your spoons, get all of your toppings that you would like, and join me when we pull it out of the freezer and we get ready to see what the final result is. So don't go anywhere. Good morning, bakers and bakerettes. How are you guys doing this morning? I hope you're having an awesome morning. Well, guys, today's the day. I have removed the homemade vanilla ice cream from the freezer. I told you I was going to let it sit overnight, which is what I've done. And I'll show you what it looks like. And I do have my ice cream scooper here. As you can see, it's very smooth. We'll put it in the light here and kind of rotate it. And you can see, very uniform. So, now comes the infamous taste test. Right. So, we're going to scoop some out. And you can let it sit out, but I don't like my ice cream like soft. But you can let it sit out a couple of minutes to come to the desired serving texture that you like. Oh, why am I doing this when I have the ice cream scooper? And as you can see, it comes out very well. And now, moment of truth. It's too early to be eating ice cream, but it's never too early. It's really good. Would you like to try it? I made this myself, and I might be a little biased, but I'm gonna have to rate this like Anisha LTV rates her food vlogs when she tries different vendors. But I'd have to give this a 10 out of 10. This is really good. I'm not trying to start an ice cream channel. Not trying to have an ice cream truck. But for those hot summer days, or they say hot summer days, a frozen treat, always a welcome. And this is one that you must try. And remember, you can make this your own. I'm gonna add some shaved chocolate chips to mine for this afternoon when I sit down and have my treat of the day, which is my homemade vanilla ice cream with chocolate chip shavings. And also another recipe that I made and posted on my channel were these decadent, delicious. This is medjool dates, cocoa powder, and peanut butter. Check that video out. I'm going to add these, not all of them. I'm going to add a piece of one to this ice cream. And I'm also going to do this when I add my chocolate chips shaved. And I'll post a short of that once I prepare it. Now you can add this ice cream to sundaes with a caramel topping, a nut topping, a fudge topping. You can add it to a banana split and make it at home and not pay those ridiculous prices that people want to charge you today. You can eat it right out of the bowl just as homemade vanilla ice cream. There's just, the possibilities are endless for this. You can add any fruit, apple, fresh blueberries. You have peach trees, pears, even figs. Any fresh fruit that you have, raspberries, you can add it to it and have a different version of your homemade vanilla ice cream every day. Because all you have to do is let it get soft, scoop some out, and add whatever garnish you like to add to it, and have a different flavor of ice cream every day. You don't have to add it just one chocolate chips or just one fruit to it and have the same. You can scoop it out every day and have a different version, which is what your girl is going to do. Right? So let's try it with the, as you can see, with the chocolate. I got it all hidden in there, tucked away. You can even cook a brownie and add a brownie to it. But you know, peanut butter makes anything good. Ice cream does too. Ice cream, peanut butter, and chocolate goes together very well. Add the medjool dates, and you have a winner on this winning Wednesday. Very good. I suggest that you guys run to your refrigerator, pull out your heavy whipping cream, whole milk, make sure it's good and cold. Run out to your local grocer or have it delivered in order to use some medjool dates or the date of choice, and make you some homemade ice cream. You can even use raisins, whatever you like. Spice it up a little. This is really good. All right. So that concludes the homemade ice cream, or homemade vanilla ice cream variety edition, because I gave you a lot of insight as to how you can modify it and make it your own. Be creative, have something different every day. So thanks guys for coming along with me on this awesome frozen treat prep. And now that you know how delicious it is according to your girl, you go try it. Frozen treat for me, for you, for everyone. A hit. So have a wonderful day, guys. And as always, carry a positive smile and a warm hello. Greet everyone with positivity, because in today's society, as your girl always say, we never know what people are dealing with, what trials, tribulations, toils, burdens they're carrying on their shoulder from day to day. So we want to be that positive light that they see, in hopes that it is the gift that keeps on giving. How so? Because we'll change their day, and then they'll in turn change someone else's day for the better. Have a blessed day, guys, and I will see you on the next No Bake, Prep, DIY, Apothecary, Cook. Who knows what your girl's gonna do? But I always bake your day, no bake your day, prep your day, cook your day, DIY or apothecary your day my way. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good one.